Hello and welcome to episode 2 of our Timberborn Update 3 hard mode Let's Play with the Iron Teeth faction. Last episode we got the ball rolling on our settlement here, and we got a number of things in place including tree farming, food farming, sheesh, bunch of berries for our reproduction pods, and we got across the river here and up here. This episode we're going to really have to get a handle on wood production and start making sure that we can have a lot more water stored up because these droughts are just going to get longer, folks. We're already at 9 days in cycle 4, and, it's going to be a rough one if we can't get this stuff figured out. But before we get going on full speed here, I did want to address a few things you guys left in the comment section of the last video. First off, these two blocks of levees are not necessary, and we're not going to have them here, so I'm going to get rid of those. These guys can come gather this stuff. But the reason we don't need these is, of course, because we have these two blocks of terrain here, and these levees eventually are going to be too high all the way across, and that's going to require us to make sure that we have everything squared away with regard to trees getting demolished, which these guys are working toward, as well as building on this side of the river. But in order for us to actually, build stuff, we have to have a lot of wood, and we have all these birch trees that we're having to cut down. And as sad as it makes me to say, for right now we probably have to cut down most of these, I think, chestnut trees. Yeah, we just are not in a position to really harvest those too much. We also need to make sure these are marked for cutting. A couple of you mentioned that in the comments that I hadn't done that, so thanks for bringing that to my attention. This whole area up here we can deselect for cutting because, well, trees aren't ever going to grow there again, so that's an easy fix. Yeah, this whole area up here can be taken care of. Eventually we might grow some trees up here, but I don't think anytime soon we're not going to get there. So right now we have these maples, we have these birches. I'd really like to save at least some of these chestnuts, but it's not looking like that's going to be super likely here. So we also really need to keep an eye on our berry consumption because, of course, this is necessary in the Iron Teeth faction to have breeding pods that are working correctly. And that's part of the reason why I've tried to be aggressive about farming food, making sure we have ample storage of that stuff. Because if we have to start eating these berries and you need to say goodbye to all of your breeding pods working correctly, we've got carrots, we've got potatoes, we've got storage of raw potatoes, we've got somebody working at the grill that is currently not occupied because we have guys trying to cut down trees so we can build levees and everything. So it's going to be a process. I think they should be able to gather this at this point. Yeah, let's go ahead and get going here. It's interesting they can gather the logs from, I don't know, 60 feet up. That seems kind of OP to me personally. Let's go ahead and gather these birch trees as well. And then we can't presently get over here to gather these maples, but we have these wonderful things called stairs that are going to allow us to get over here. So I'll go ahead and place some up here, so we'll be in good shape to take care of that. Go ahead and mark these for cutting. We really just have to get as much of this cut as possible, which is why we're going to try our very best to make sure we gather a bunch of wood. We do have storage for logs, so it's not like we're going to be in bad shape. But we really need pretty much everybody working as much as possible on gathering the wood. So we're going to get these, oh, no, I have planks, we're good. But we really need these guys to get going on cutting these trees down. So, post haste, gentlemen. I really want someone to cut this tree down, but there you go, you're smart. You knew I was wanting you to cut that down, and you did it. Thank you. You've done a valuable service to all of your beaver brethren here. Alright, so that's a good start on that side. We're going to also slowly on this side get all of this blocked off. Hopefully before the next wet season. Because I would really like to raise this up a block as well to try and get this stuff taken care of. It's going to take quite some time for us to get there. And we also are going to need to replenish our water at some point. Fortunately, we still have a pretty small population with only 12 adults and 3 kits. I think we're going to be in decent shape for that. But it's just one of those things. Takes a whole bunch of time. As soon as these guys start growing up, we can maybe think about having some more jobs occupied. But for right now, we're pretty good where we are. Gather flag has been turned off because we still have some chestnuts. I could build another grill to start doing grilled chestnuts, but I don't have spare beavers to work it, so we'll just hold off. It is fully stocked with 20 chestnuts. So when the time comes for that, we should be okay. I'm wondering if 128 water will be enough to get us through the rest of this drought. I'm not sure. Not incredibly optimistic about that. But right here, I'm wondering. We have some science. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, I was going to say I could do a suspension bridge across here to get to these other trees. But that seems kind of, Oh, that's too high already? Okay. That's not that wasteful. Just to put these so I don't have to worry about the science part. We're just going to have to get some more of our lumber mills going. And by some more, I mean literally just one. Alright, we should not have this many berries not harvested. Is that because these are full? Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, we need to build another thing of, you know what? No, we're gonna just turn this into berries. And we will turn this into raw potatoes, just because we're probably not ever gonna have to worry about having too many potatoes. I feel like those are going to be cooked and stored in our grill pretty much indefinitely. Yeah, we're looking good here. Storage for logs is looking nice as well. What I really need to do is start removing these. I'm not going to remove them before they get harvested, though. So we'll have to make sure our gatherer is on high alert, doing what they need to be doing. Let's focus on blueberries. I don't know if I can even really tell them what to focus on. I don't know. I mean, we're doing okay. I am going to turn one of these water pumps back on because we are getting lower a lot faster than I thought we would. So it's always good to keep a diligent eye out for those things. I could be building these too high at once, but I don't think we're going to finish this before water starts coming in. So actually, if I can time this right, I wonder if by the very end of the drought, with maybe less than a day left, I could actually delete these, let the water drain out, and start putting in a regular levee block right here. It might work. It's going to depend on good timing, though, which is not always something that I possess. Yeah, we have so much going on right now. We really can't spare too much manpower, beaver power. We get a couple more of these guys growing up, we'll be in good shape. Now, are we out of? No, they haven't even started doing this yet. Okay, that's going to require. I'm going to have to kill the seedling, aren't I? Or we're going to just wait for them to do this, and we'll just do a jog around it. No big deal. guess we can prioritize planting just for the sake of building up food storage. We do have a lot of berries. We have 160, yeah. Well, I guess between all of our different collection of things. Still waiting on still waiting on berries to be taken out. I wonder why they're not taking care of that. I thought these guys were supposed to, when they're in their idle, to go ahead and move stuff around. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, progress over here is looking good. Just need this log to go bye-bye. Yes, for those of you wondering, I am planning on damming this up as well. That's just not a super high priority at this exact moment because I feel like down here is much more valuable. And then eventually, yes, I would like to get down here and start damming this. Oh, hey, all the water went away anyway, 1.7 days. All right, so we have a couple choices. I did pause. These are going to be very, very close to dying when the drought is over. These potatoes, go ahead and switch that back to gathering mode. These potatoes are also going to be kind of suspect. And we are out, quote unquote, out of food. Even though we have... Oh, wow, they ate all that fast. Sure got a lot of berries. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and say this constitutes enough of an emergency to go ahead and get rid of this dam. As soon as this guy is back across here. And we will refill this. Let it go down to 1 level. Man, it is so nice having this extra material to collect. It looks like it's about 75% of the original amount. So that's good to see. And we've saved our crops here, which is always nice. Get these guys to harvest the rest of this stuff. All right, put this here. Did I already mark that for cutting? Sure did. So once they actually get around to building that, which is not going to be a super high priority, we want all of this to be first. We'll be in good shape. Now there's really not a lot of water in here. Yeah, and this will probably I'll dry it pretty quick anyway. So we have enough wood for me to, right now, make sure I can get these guys back over here. I'm going to go ahead and just do it before it becomes too late not to do it. It actually looks like the water isn't going to go through this, which is interesting. I thought for sure that it would. Huh. Okay, well let's high prioritize all of this. I wonder if they'll pick up the Oh, that is cool. The rebel just goes to the side. Oh, don't tell me this guy is going to be starving because he doesn't have any Okay, well. This very quickly is going to turn into a mistake unless we get water coming in. Okay, we're good. We are A-okay. Now, the fun part about doing this way is now the water's going to just completely flood over the top of this in fun, unpredictable ways. So it's going to be interesting for a while until we can get this entire thing taken care of. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and super prioritize the construction of these on this side. So now I actually have unemployed beavers because they are stuck on the other side here. It's going to be real bad if these guys die. Oh, they're hungry and they're thirsty. All right. Well. Oh, we're flooding the whole thing, aren't we? Oh, we're having a good time, let me tell you. I've made mistakes. I have definitely made mistakes. But too late to turn back now. That's what happens when you gotta live with your, problems. Alright. Okay. Real fast damage control. No, come build this. Come build this first. Please, for the love of God. Build this first. Alright. Alright, we officially made a stupid mistake. Alright. That's gone. This is going to have to be just a hole. What? I don't want to unlock the double floodgate. This is just going to have to be a hole with a platform to allow all the rest of this water to drain. Oh my God. Okay. Well, this very quickly has not gone well. All right. I made the mistake of assuming I was going to be able to fix this, and does not seem that's going to be the case. So let's just punt on this for now. Let all this drain. It really should not still be flooded. These poor guys are going to die because of all this. There we go. All right. Now, build this immediately. All right. All right, now get going here. So I got to get these guys back across before they die, or this is going to be an absolute travesty. Make these planks. Let's go. Come on. Seriously? You're going to be this slow? Alright, now they can actually get across. Alright, we really need these. Too far from a district. You are full of crap. Okay. I'm going to have to cut a path through here, aren't I? It's amazing just how quickly stuff can go unbelievably wrong. You make one simple mistake. Oh, come on, man. Killing me. Alright. Now they can delete it. Alright, we'll do 2 more. See, this is why I don't edit my videos, because this is very easily something anyone watching this could have done and been, you know, just completely destroyed by not catching this early enough. And so, to that end, I will continue to make mistakes on camera because I feel like it's educational and is very beneficial as people attempt to learn how to play the game. Alright, we should have enough planks for right now. I don't think we're going to need any more, so I'm going to pause these 2. Get these guys going here. Is there still rubble to collect? Looks like there is. So let's go ahead and gather that up. Get these guys building this stuff. Because we're in a situation now where we are... Okay, I'm going to pause you. You can go do something else. No, it's flooded anyway. It's not like that really matters. So I don't care if this floods over here because, you know, it doesn't matter. But over here, that's bad news. Especially if these bushes die. Because we really don't have very much time left before the next drought comes in. So this absolutely has to be fixed by then. Alright, I guess we can go ahead for the time being and just put that dam back in so we do have some water stored up here just in case just in case stuff goes south. Yeah, we have 3 days. We're not gonna get anything done before the next drought. These guys are too disorganized, and we have had a terrible, terrible farming season because I decided to flood the entire map. But fortunately, we have this water here that we probably are going to end up releasing in the middle of the drought anyway. So, you know, could be worse. Just got to get these guys to build. Build, build, build. You have logs. Why are you not building? Okay, why are you not building? Okay, there you go. You are building. You're just gathering supplies. All right, well, let's go, bucko. You and 3 of your friends really need to get this going. At least to get this one side finished. Because I still have to move these water pumps up. I guess if this one is already flooded, it doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and get these 2, or these 4 things stacked up. Man, this is a this is going to be a real nail biter. Because I also have to get rid of this guy to bump everything up a level. And this tree that is not going to grow anymore if it's flooded. And it's not ever going to be not flooded until all the water goes away. Alright, somebody finish this. Come on. Alright. We're going to longer work days because we got to get this stuff done. I promise. I promise this is going to go back as soon as the drought starts. Now, come... Oh, no storage. No, seriously, there's no storage? We have so many logs. Just start building. Just get this thing done. Come on, let's go. Meanwhile, this one guy is just working. Oh yeah, you're all thirsty? Yeah, look at all this water everywhere, and you're thirsty? Stop kidding yourself. You've made poor choices. Alright, you're paused. Go do something else. I should have built another, well, I could have researched a hauling post, or a builder's hut or something. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do... I'm going to need these 2 to be platforms. Going to need these 2 to be... I do appreciate how it moves the stuff to the side. Hopefully. Unless it just completely obliterates it from existence. Alright, if that's there, then I can go ahead and put this here. And then this will turn into a staircase. And this will turn into another platform. That will turn into that. We're going to need some more... Oh, this is actually looking okay. Now, the problem we're going to run into is because I had to have this in place to prevent flooding. Now all the water is going to go away. And do we have any beavers on this side? No, we don't. All right. Yeah, this is just bad news, folks. Bad, bad, bad all around. All right, get these things constructed at once. It should really only be these 2 things that are super high priority. So I think... Okay, well, it's all gone anyway, so we're going to have to do emergency release again. 10-day drought. This is not going to be good, especially because we're low on water. Bad, bad, bad. Bad form. Absolutely horrible blunder made here. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can survive this. So this will at least buy us a little bit of time to try and get the rest of this whole thing built up. For 10 days, we're gonna be hurting. We're gonna be in bad shape. Because there's only, I believe, Is this, yeah, that's only one block high. Because we got to pump this so our beavers have something to drink. Yeah, this is definitely not ideal. But we do have 2 unemployed beavers, which means we can be turning stuff into planks. Just get these guys working on that. Got a lot of berry storage, which is good, I guess. Good news is they'll finish this first. Go ahead and get... chestnuts don't have anywhere to get stored yet. I guess we'll go ahead and put in 2 more storages here. We'll make one of these. Oh, God, I don't know what these look like by checking. Okay, chestnuts, and then we'll make this one for... I don't have any of this other stuff yet. Was this potatoes or berries? Carrots, potatoes. We can make this one for grilled potatoes. Why not? Most important thing is to get all of this built. Get these guys just able to survive. We got plenty of food, but water is really going to be a problem. Good news is I think a beaver can survive for at least 3 days without water, so there's a very good chance we're not going to make it that far. But we have food. We have, eventually, storage for this other stuff. Because once this other one is built, I'm going to have to delete this one and start building up behind here. It's probably the next thing to be built. Yep, sure is. I know I said I was going to turn this back, but we have way too much to get done. It's going back eventually. I never promised to be a benevolent beaver overlord. This is a post-apocalyptic dystopian simulator, anyway. Alright, so that's done. This is just waiting on a plank, which we now have. That's going away. They can work there. Alright, come and get all of these logs here. Get these things out of here. And then let's put in right here. Come get all of this. I guess I don't really need this one in the corner here, so we'll stop that. They'll be fine just like that. And then I think we can put our second one here. Can I build on top of the storage stuff? I never remember. Yes. Oh, this is excellent. Because here's what we're going to do. We're going to put little baby warehouses. Actually, first I have to put in a platform here. But we'll put 2 little warehouses here. And then we will have... I guess we'll just have to put this whole thing up on stairs here. But this will end up being little warehouses probably for... I don't know, some other kind of thing. Okay, so that is out of water on day 6, which is... not good. Now, if I get the water all out of here... I guess we have to, because we only have 27 water left. We have... we got 22 beavers, which you know is a good problem to have, except when you have no water. Oh, and you got crops to hydrate, and you got all this other cheese. Well, it doesn't matter. We just have to do it. I think we can. Okay, this hasn't been assigned yet. Berries, no. We can make. I guess we could make chestnuts over here. Probably would make more sense, and then just have this instead of chestnuts be grilled potatoes again. We'll let them shuffle stuff around. We're gonna wait until these things are almost dead, and then let water out. Because we have, yeah, none of the beavers are thirsty, which is good, because they're gonna be thirsty for a very long time. Now, I probably should have made this one more step higher, but we're just going to have to take this thing one step at a time. I'm going to, since this is empty, take this and let's get this off at 3 times speed before I get way too ahead of myself. I'm going to rotate this after we get our logs. If it's empty, it really doesn't matter. But this whole thing right here is going to have to be, I guess, double stacked, if you will. Which is going to mean... Oh, I'm going to have to get creative here. I guess we'll move... If that's already empty, it doesn't matter. We're going to have probably this entire section up here rebuilt to have a... I always click on water to try and put one of those down. We'll put a tank up here, and we'll actually have this whole thing be a little second level area. Now, really what I should be doing is making all of this instead into small storage. And now, this is how I get myself into trouble. I try to think of ways to get cute when trying to solve problems. We got some time before stuff really gets bad, so let's just try and harvest all the. Oh, I don't have plank storage, really. Okay, so all right, this is going to become plank storage. Oh, I can't store planks here? Oh, these bastards. Okay. Carrots. That's right. Planks have to go now in these piles. Okay. Good, they haven't started building these yet. Alright, small piles it is. This is going to be for planks. I guess this can be for, I guess this can be for logs. Get these two built. We got some thirsty beavers. So we really have to make sure we're getting this built in a reasonable manner here. Oh, I can't have this be a thing anyway, because that thing's not going to... This is what happens, kids. This is what happens when you think you have a good plan to get something done, and then you realize you absolutely do not. This is hideous and a terrible, terrible method of trying to plan for stuff. Oh, man. I also could have probably made this stuff more storage, but I'm just trying to, you know, trying to survive here. Beavers are starting to get thirsty. We only have 5 days left, which is, you know, might be okay. I think I have to have the storage things connected to paths, so maybe we just won't bother here. We can fix this some other time. But right now we have to get, we got to get these 3, I should not have deleted those stairs, but we got to get these 3 things done to try and get this guy. Yeah, we got to get these 3 things so this guy can start pumping water again. Because that's going to get real ugly real quick. Okay, that's done. Pause. We're going to delete that. Let the water come back. Should not be too much to overflow this. So now these guys can get unthirstied. Okay, that might be just enough water to get us through the rest of these 4.3 days. This needs to be storing water. Alright. That's going to solve that problem. This is now fully complete. This gather flag is going bye-bye. Going to be replaced with a levee. And then, once that's done, this whole thing is going to be raised again to take care of completing the second level. We're going to put a dam across all of this. Okay, that's built. We don't have anybody over here, right? Okay. Just can never be too careful. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and, for the sake of making sure we can, you know, actually get something done here, I'm going to go ahead and put a staircase right here, put a platform, and get across here. That'll be collectible now, which is awesome. I really appreciate that. Put in a levee there. Put in stairs there. Alright, so that's going to hopefully save our butts here. Okay, trying to get the chestnuts out of here because I said the chestnuts were going to go somewhere else. And they're going here. This is going to be kind of hard to keep up with if I'm not careful. Good news is we should be in fine shape to survive. We just kind of made a grade A blunder. But this is why I do this, to show you just how easy it is to make a potentially game-ending mistake. But I think we're going to be just fine. None of our beavers have died of thirst, and we are still able to keep up with all of our reproduction stuff here. We just need we need to build another barracks, which I guess we can go ahead and do, actually. Get another 10 spots for these guys. Just build that right there. Should be fine. Give them something to do, but we got to get this done first. We'll just let them keep on pumping, and we'll make it through fine. It's not going to be perfect, but what is, right? Nothing's ever perfect. And I think what we're going to end up having to do is relocate our forester. I guess I could just go ahead and demolish it because we have everything planted already. So we'll recover all of this stuff. It's so nice that we can recover some of that now. I'm going to put him... Yeah, I'm going to put him over here. And we're going to turn this whole thing into a tree farm and gradually reclaim this for farmland. I think would be the smart way to go. We'll plant a whole bunch of birch trees over here. And then we'll also plant some pines. We'll turn these into lumberjack flags. Is that facing the correct way? No. Then we'll gradually move everybody out of everywhere else. But good news is now we have 1.6 days left. This water is probably about to go out. Oh, it is razor thin margins. Okay, we're going to pause. We're going to pause our pumping action here because I think we'll be just fine for the rest of the day on getting that stuff. I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to deplant all of this. And as soon as that's ready to be harvested, we'll harvest that and then we'll reclaim this for farmland. And just keep on making our way over here. I'm going to also go ahead and start planting maples. Oh, it dried up anyway. Okay, well, I guess it didn't matter. Good news is 1.1 days is not going to be long enough to kill any of these trees or plants. And we have enough water stored up. Never did take these guys off of 20-hour days, but at least it's not 24 hours. Although I think we can go back to 16 for today because there's really nothing else to accomplish. Besides just kind of doing damage control. Alright, so let's take stock of where we are. We have a lot of science points, which is nice. These guys have been working hard behind the scenes while we've been having our catastrophes over here. And they're diligently making sure that we're going to be in okay shape. So let's take a look at what else we can unlock here. We have a gear workshop we're going to need to do pretty quickly here. I will go ahead and put this here. We can actually start processing those things, just not going to be enough going on with power wheels. Again, in the hard mode, the water wheels really aren't going to be very useful unless you build a huge reservoir and aqueduct system like we did in our previous Iron Teeth playthrough, but that is just so far ahead time-wise of what we're going to be able to do. So we're going to be in kind of a conundrum here because all these potatoes have now died, and we don't have any food left except berries, which is, you know, really not good. But these carrots, fortunately, are going to be able to sustain, hopefully, for a little bit. And we do have a decent number of beavers now. We have 21 adults, 3 kits. And some of these guys are hopefully going to be able to be just fine. These guys getting back to work over here. Yeah, looking good. And that is flooding. Of course it is. It really has no reason to be flooding. That's kind of ridiculous, but whatever. All right. Let's just get this back in place as soon as possible. It really annoys me when it does that. There's no reason for it to. The outflow is the same as it's always been. We have... Oh, I guess we do have 5 water sources? Or is it 6? No, it's 5. Well, they're pumping, which is no, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill. It's such a pain in the butt when it does this. The water levels just fluctuate so much. Alright, they ate all the berries, which is bad news for these guys, but they'll come back soon enough. They just have to grow, and we have to hope that we have carrots by then, except these are flooded. Okay, now they're not flooded. Good. Okay, except now these guys are really hungry. Really hungry. Come on, carrots. If I die now, this is going to be really sad. Okay, we have chestnuts. We're going to switch this over to grilling chestnuts immediately. I should have done that earlier, to be honest with you. Alright, now some of these guys can eat chestnuts, which is hopefully going to help prevent some sort of hunger catastrophe from occurring. I know it's only going to stem the tide for a very short period of time. Okay, these... Okay, good. These can actually be harvested now. I need to put this gather flag back. Yeah, let's get that going. Get these guys harvesting chestnuts immediately. Okay, good. We seem to have stabilized the food slightly as we continue doing damage control. Unfortunately, we don't have any more berries for our breeding pods, which is a problem, but not a death sentence. So long as we end up making slightly better choices in the future. Of course, these guys are hungry, but we have carrots. Yeah, just go to bed. I know there's nothing for you to do. Just go to sleep. You won't be as hungry if you just go to sleep. I had sleep for dinner plenty in college. Trust me, it works out just fine. That was a joke. Please eat. Please take good care of yourselves and your bodies. This is a bit for a video game video. Well, at least we have water. Kind of. We're going to be in much better shape for the hydration part of this, but the rest of this, not necessarily so much. Right, we do have, yeah, we have a gear. We have wood. So that's progress. The only bad thing is now this next drought is going to be, I know it's going to be at least like 12 days. It'll be something to that effect. And we have just been so, we've just been so maligned by bad decision-making trying to build this, this system of levees. And I don't think... Well, you could just stop right there to say I don't think. I don't think I'm going to be in a good enough spot to get down here to build another levee. If I were, though, I know there's just absolutely no chance that this is going to happen for this video, but it is just so so tempting to me to just do this. I guess we'll have to have 3 dams across. I guess I could do more than 3 dams, but it doesn't seem to really be that big of a problem now anyway. This is a stretch goal. Maybe during the drought we can try to get this done. But that would be very interesting because that's going to give us more water down here, and then we could even you know, expand down here. But I don't know if that's even going to let us reach that far. We'll see. We'll see. Good news is we have carrots now for all of our hungry beavers. And they are hungry beavers. Yeah, let's harvest those things post haste, buddy. We do have some chestnuts still, so that's good. We can hopefully stem the tide with the chestnuts. Our guy is planting trees slowly. We're going to be okay. We're not going to be thriving, but we will be surviving. I guess I don't really have enough beavers available to do everything again quite yet. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, now I can have... Okay, no, these guys are all working. They're doing fine. Somebody's hungry again. Okay, we got 1 day left till the drought. We just harvested all these carrots. Come on. Good news is some of the potatoes should be ready in about a day or 2, which is going to be helpful. We just have to keep people from starving to death until then. Okay, we're waiting on planks. Is that because we don't have... Right, we don't have any planks. Alright, I'm gonna go back up to 18-hour a day just for today, trying to get a little bit more stuff done. Get some of these planks made. I'm gonna pause the gears. We don't really need gears immediately. And I would like to try and get this at least started. We'll see what we can get done. If we can have this done before the next drought ends, would be nice. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that, yes, some of you have commented on the previous series, and I think maybe even the one before that, and you've said that one of my biggest problems is I try to do huge projects before I have the resources to handle them appropriately. And yes, I agree. Absolutely, it happens every single time, and I told myself I wasn't going to let it happen this time. But here we are. I tried to do these levees here, and all sorts of stuff went wrong. But we survived. That's the important thing. We didn't die, and it's only an 11-day drought. Could definitely have been worse. This should be enough water for us to sustain our beavers this entire time, and we are getting potatoes now, which is very good news, which means we can go ahead and start grilling potatoes again. Now that these are coming back in, should be very, very good shape. And we can start planting more crops down here, which I think is going to need to be realistically mostly potatoes. That's sunflower. I don't want those. No, get out of here. I don't have use for those yet. I meant to click carrots for down here. We'll just make sure we have enough beavers to work this. Need to build a second farmhouse when we have enough beaver power. Which right now, I guess we technically do. I just don't want to Don't want to get too hasty with stuff. I'd rather be harvesting wood to try and do these projects. So it looks like this is going to give us enough range to go all the way across here, which is excellent news. Now, this area up here makes me think that at one point this could have been a water source, and we could turn it into one with the use of water dumps and irrigate this whole thing. But that is very far ahead on the... Oh my god, we've used this much water already? We're on... Oh man, this is going to be rough, I can already tell. But nobody has starved to death or died of thirst. So I guess we can count ourselves fortunate in that regard. And our breeding pods seem to be back in action, which is good to see. We've got grilled potatoes. Theoretically, they're okay. These guys are just focused on harvesting right now because we are very, very low on food. And they'll get back to planting as soon as they're finished with that. I do think I'm going to go ahead and put in a second farmhouse on top of this thing right here. Put in a staircase and let these guys do some planting. But they're going to want to build this whole thing first. So just to hopefully stave off another potential catastrophe, we're going to put this on the back burner real quick and let them build this farmhouse and get guys working on that, because we do have 3 unemployed beavers now that these guys are starting to grow. I might pause one of these breeding pods just because we don't really need to be spending a ton of resources on making new beavers when we already have a decent amount for where we are. We shouldn't grow too fast. Stuff just goes poorly sometimes when you fall into that trap. So let's, since we're already over here, keep up with all this, because as these trees are cut down, we are turning this back into farmland, and this guy is slowly, and I do mean slowly, planting trees. Can we put in large industrial pile is 3x3? Okay. We can put in... do I want to put... yeah, I guess I'll put one for logs here, and then we can also put a small tank for drinking water up there. Yeah, we'll put another one right here. I gotta get used to clicking all this stuff again. Yeah, we're doing alright. I didn't want to make all the mistakes that I made, but the important thing is that we survived. And stuff seems to be doing fine, in spite of dumb decision making. Now, this guy is off doing something else. Yeah, as soon as he gets these done, I'm going to start putting levees here. Yes, I know, I can hear you. I can hear you in the comment section. No, don't start that yet. You're gonna overwhelm all your stuff. It's gonna be fine, because we're not gonna complete this until we are 100% sure that we're gonna be fine. But having the extra water stored up here is going to be valuable for the future. We might even turn this into a floodgate kind of situation. We'll see. We are also getting close to the hour mark. I think we'll play through the rest of this drought and then call it a day for today. I think there's still quite a bit we can get done. Stuff is going well. I really think we've recovered nicely from the massive blunder. But we can't stop. We got to keep going. Having this down here is also going to be a big help. We can be pumping from down here as well. And I guess from up here would probably also be fine, but I'm just going to feel so much better if we have multiple different tiers of stuff we can do. Now, we can research the engine. We have enough science to actually do that, but we don't have enough wood. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get over here. and start doing what we've been doing. Because I think this is going to be 10 across. I guess we could just do one of these. Okay, that doesn't let us get all the way over here anyway. That's fine. Okay, we'll leave that path there because that's the maximum distance it's going to let us go. And I don't have any water over here anyway, so we'll go ahead and let them plant some more maple trees down here. I think theoretically all of these should be plantable. Just go ahead and put that there. Having these chestnuts here is nice. I'm going to plant the rest of this whole area as chestnuts. And then designate some of these to be cut down. It's probably going to end up being... well, it's going to be all of these because these are maples. But we're going to have the farmable chestnuts be these guys. And the rest of these over here are going to be for harvesting purposes. Hopefully this will let us have a lot more access to wood eventually when we get there. You guys are still hungry? Seriously? After all this time, we have chestnuts. All right. We're going back to chestnuts mode. I guess I could just go ahead and build another grill. That seems like a smart idea. So let's just do that. Put that right here. We'll put this one on potatoes. And we'll just have everything start going all at once. All right, potatoes. Let's go. Just individually replace all of the potatoes. Good news is this is almost done. Looking like we're going to be in good shape. This water situation, I hate this. I really should have just put in... I always do this. This is going to dry up. I'm going to go ahead and pause while they're asleep here. Because this is going to dry up immediately. Alright. Build these. Because when this dries up, I'm going to have to delete this again. And that's going to be very annoying, and I should have just put a floodgate in, but I got to be able to get across here. So I really can't put a floodgate in. The idea is this water never has to be released, but if it is released, it can be theoretically easily replaced. Which, 3 days to the end of the drought is not the worst position to be in. But I would feel a lot better if we were in just a little bit better shape. Meanwhile, these guys are not being demolished yet because they're still focused on building stuff. They do have these 2 levees left until this whole thing is going to be completely done, which will be nice. Really hoping this doesn't dry out, although I know it's going to. And we're going to have to start pumping again soon anyway. The problems we get ourselves into. Because now we're about to be super out of water, and we got some thirsty beavers. How thirsty are we? Okay, we're actually doing okay. If we can last another 1.5 days, 1.9 days without having any... oh, we already have somebody thirsty. Great. Okay, well, they're not going to die in 2 days. So I think, once again, we're going to be cutting it razor thin close. Good news is we have planted a lot more food. We have twice as many beavers working on... there it goes. Okay, how fast is this going to die? 2 days? The potatoes. Alright. You are harvesting now. So I think we're going to be okay. It's just losing the potato seedlings is it's bad news. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do this, again, just to save all the crops. and then we will immediately replace it. How deep is this actually? Is this just the same as we were already at? I really ought to just go ahead and research the stream gauge. Seems like that would be a smarter path here. All right, I am going to immediately rebuild the dam. I know it's a waste of materials, but I did keep 75% of them, which is, you know, nice. We'll get this in place. I should have just built a levee there, honestly, but I know that can get us into problems very quickly. This is done, which is fantastic. That's going to be a big help. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead, since we are already here, I'm going to go ahead and put in a water pump down here, because this will be a very useful tool for the future droughts. We'll get that guy in place. I'm going to also go ahead and mark these trees for cutting. And I think, yeah, drought's over. So I know I said I'm going to stop the video as soon as we get through the drought, but I do want to do a little bit of setup before we do so. I want to try and get this stuff situated a little better, but we've got a couple problems to really take care of first. Now these guys are really thirsty. Come on. All right, now we're pumping water. These guys can start getting their fill of that. Hopefully nobody dies of thirst because we are now actually making water. We should be okay. I don't think I've lost anybody to thirst or hunger yet, which is in hard mode is quite the achievement. And of course this is going to flood again because it always does, which is kind of dumb, although I guess I really should have expected that with having 5 source blocks and only 3 dam pieces. But this is looking fine. Yeah, you thirsty boys, come get some water. Let's go. We got plenty of it. They continue planting very nicely. I think we're in okay shape. We're just doing our thing. Gradually fixing little errors and making sure that we don't do anything quite that bad again. Could definitely be worse. But having these taken care of is nice. And I think we can go ahead and put in... I might actually just keep playing for a couple more minutes here. I know you guys are going to be so disappointed to get more Timberborn in a single video. But we're going to go ahead and double stack this entire wall so we don't get that problem immediately. We'll get that side built sooner rather than later. 3 days until another drought. Yep, it's relentless. Okay, that's when we'll stop at the start of that drought. I promise. See, I didn't leave him at 20 working hours a day forever. See, I told you it would be fine. Now that we have gears coming in, I do want to go ahead and... Yeah, we'll research the medium. We have so much science. I really should have been keeping on top of that, but I have a medium tank. We'll just go ahead and put right side here. 30 planks, 20 gears. We'll turn the gear factory back on. Get them going on that. And I think... Yeah, they're starting to get rid of these guys. I guess I don't really need to rush it. We have enough water production right now to be okay. Yeah, we really need to get going on engines. I don't have enough wood to comfortably start burning some of it, you know? Yeah, we're just waiting on the gears. ever so slowly. I think all things considered, this definitely could be worse. It's just a very long process. Now, why are you not cutting? Oh my god, seriously. Okay. Alright. That would explain why that has not happened yet. I cannot believe that. If somebody commented that I've missed that, thank you. I have telepathically read your comment before you made it. You should feel very proud of yourself. But that being said, that is now going to be all good to go. We'll get that in place. Oh, if I could get these like first 3 or 4 all finished before the drought in time to actually have this whole thing. Man, I wish I could make that happen. It's just so unlikely. All right, get these 3 things done. If you can get that done in time for me to all right, bye-bye. You're gone. I got to put something there. Sorry. I don't think we're going to get it done, but this will be a good good project for the future to get this all the way up. This one can go away as well because there's no, well, I guess there's these that are growing, but we don't need that at this exact moment. Yeah, we're not going to get this done for this time, but it is good to get in the habit of starting these things, and we're probably going to be able to build this by releasing this stuff early anyway. Did they build this? No, waiting on gears. Okay, well, the drought started, which, for me to be true to my word, I do need to end today's episode on that note. It is already past an hour, but it's only an 8-day drought, so you know it could be a whole lot worse. We did make good progress today, even if we did make some pretty dumb mistakes, but we caught them, and we fixed them, and that's what matters in Timberborn and in life. Find your mistakes, own them, figure out the best way to solve the problem, and get it done. It's the only way to proceed when you have some sort of challenge come up. So I think we can be happy about that. I cannot resist putting in more of these potatoes while we are over here, just to keep up with stuff. But yeah, we have this whole new reservoir down here that this guy is going to be pumping the entire time. Whenever they decide to get those gears finished, we'll have our medium tank, which I'm going to go ahead and accept water into. Otherwise, as far as food is concerned, we should be good. Our water situation's looking okay. We're going to be... Well, I guess I could have left this guy here, because now we have some maple trees, which I guess I'll just go ahead and put that guy back up here, because it's going to be a while before we get these. Oh, these are almost at 90%. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It would be dumb for us to just flood these and not take advantage of that. So when these guys get spitting out again, we'll be in good shape. And we already have to build another barrack, which is, I guess, a good problem to have. Having 31 beavers. We're really going to have to start being careful about breeding, although I think once we get up to about 35 or 40 beavers, the 3 breeding pods will be enough to more or less just kind of sustain the population and not grow it. So for the time being, I think we're in good shape. Waiting on 13 gears for this, but yeah. Could definitely have gone a whole lot worse. We could have lost the entire colony when I started flooding things and letting all the water drain out. But again, the important thing is we figured out what the problem was. We prescribed a fix, and we did it. So that's the way to do it. Best way to keep your chin up when you're playing a game like this. It's just, you know, something bad happens, figure out the best way to do it, take care of it, and move on from there. But yeah, like I said, that is all the time we have for today. I really appreciate each and every one of you who watch and comment on these videos. It is super fun to be playing the game and interacting with you guys on a daily basis. I'm going to keep the daily videos going as long as I can because it's so much fun. They're doing really well. Channel is growing tremendously, and I think we're all having a very good time. As always, I read every single comment that's left. I respond when I can when there's something relevant to add to discussion. So please don't be shy. Tell me what you think about the videos. Comments, questions, concerns, praises, valid, constructive criticisms. Or honestly, if you just want to roast me, say I did something stupid, that's fine. I'm an adult, I can take it. I'm a big boy, I can handle criticism. And I especially like to learn from stuff, so if you have anything you think I can improve on, please feel free to let me know. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Very, very appreciated. It's free. No obligation. You can unsubscribe at any point if you don't like the videos, but I hope you do. I'm just glad you choose to spend a little bit of your day watching me play a video game about post-apocalyptic beavers trying to survive in the ruins of human civilization. What a weird concept for a game, but it's fun, isn't it? Yeah. That's all we got. Until next time, have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.